Hello guys, it's Pajabol here and welcome to another video on this channel. Today I will be trying out this Nekker movement list, which got a lot of buffs in the latest balance council, with the power buffs to Brehen and Milva and also a provision buff to Raihead Brigade. So this is a golden Nekker deck, and we use Nekker in this deck to try to put as many engines on the board in one turn as we can. That's why this deck has two tutors like Royal Decree and Call of the Forest, which, I mean, Royal Decree you can use to tutor your 3 Nova or Mara if you have to, but usually you will use these tutors with the Golden Nekker and your Stiga Castle or the Megascopes to put 3 engines on the board at the same time, which is a very strong plan. It's very hard to deal for many decks, as both decks can only remove 1 unit at the same time. So yeah, we also have obviously Siri Nova for some carryover, a Roach for some round 1 tempo, Mata to tutor our Nekker. Frog Mating Season is a very good card. The frogs from this nature card can synergize very well with cards like Sentry or Milva. Stega Castle, which you usually use either for the Card Witcher or the Card Witcher Mentor in this list, depending on the situation. If you have a full board, you can play a Card Witcher Mentor, but if your Nekker is the opening play, then you usually go for the Card Witcher instead. Then we have Brehen as a sort of toll removal, which you can set up with your leader charges. Necromancy, just to resurrect an engine like a Sentry or a Card Witcher. Gaetan, which synergizes really well with the Sentry and Milva and the Card Witcher Mentor. Usually it's the finisher in this deck. Milva, which after a buff is even harder to remove than before, and will often play for over 20 points, which is really good. Ciaran is just some form of control that I can also set up a unit on the other row for the Card Witcher to hit. Malena synergizes really well with the Treant Boar and the Raihead Brigade. Treant Boar, just another decent engine. You can get a Zeal for it with the Dryad Matron. Sentry is like the main powerhouse of the deck, I would say, the best engine by far. Not only does it work with all your movement engines like Card Witcher or Dryad Matron or the Boar, but also can play for amazing amount of points on the Gaetan or on the location or the frogs. So yeah, very very strong card. Card Witcher is just a very nice movement engine. And then we have a Card Witcher Mentor, which I only decided to include one of because it's awkward to pull from the Nekker and also awkward to play early on in the round. But this card can be very strong with the Gaetan, and as a rule of thumb, you should remember to put this card on the far left position in your row, so that if the Gaetan moves it, it's gonna buff itself by every card that the Gaetan moved. Then we have double Megascope just to copy our movement engines. The Brigade is actually a very nice addition. Usually this deck didn't have a good slot to play as a 4 provision card here, like it used to play a Vial or something, but now you can play a Brigade, which actually plays for a lot of points with Malena, the location. So yeah, very nice card, very nice buff here. And then a double Dryad Matron, just a cheap movement engine that it can use to protect your other stuff. So yeah, with this list, we're usually just looking to hard force round 1, try to win the round and go into a long round 3, or maybe push for a 2-0. I also included Crystal Skull as the stratagem, as it's the best stratagem at protecting engines from removal, locks and poisons. And we obviously have a Guerrilla Tactics leader to protect our engines. It synergizes with sentries, and you can also use it to set up your brand. So that's the list, and let's just jump into some games, see how it goes. Okay, so in our first game here, we've got Imperial formation, and we are on red coin. Usually we prefer to get blue coin with this list, because then you can win the round easier. which is what you're looking for round 1. And another thing you're looking for in round 1 is just to have as many movement engines as you can to try to force the round. It's like here we don't actually have that many engines. I'm thinking about mulling my Stega Castle. I mean, it is another engine, I guess, but I really want to play this card from Nekker ideally. So I think I'm gonna mulligan it, and we got another Cat Witcher, which is nice. Okay, so my opponent will probably be playing a carryover Madoc deck with the Phoenix and Leto Kingslayer. At least that's what I assume by this first play, which could be a tough matchup for me. I mean, I don't have a banish for this Madocs, so we'll just see how it goes, I guess. I mean, if I play a movement engine, it's just gonna die, so I think I just play a Treant Boar. Because 6 power, I mean, it can't really be killed with a bomb at that power, so let's try to establish this engine first, even though we don't get Zeal from the Matron for it. So yeah, we're looking to try to win this round. Our hand is pretty good, pretty playable. We can go into this round very deep, as we don't have Golden Nekker in this hand. So yeah, we're gonna try to win this round. Yeah, there is the Sapper, as I thought, it's a Madoc deck. So yeah, I mean, that is gonna be tough to beat. I'm not gonna lie. How do I actually protect my engines here? Like, if I move this bar, it's just gonna get killed by a bomb and a Madoc. Maybe I don't mind that too much. Because I'm thinking about playing Call of the Forest onto the Sentry, as we have so many movement engines. And if my opponent decides to kill the Treant Boar, then the Sentry is gonna stick. Which I think is what I prefer. Like, obviously I could leader this here, but the leaders are very valuable. I don't think I want to use my leader like that just to protect this boar. The Sentry is a better engine to kill here anyway, so yeah. We would be playing into like a red haze pretty badly if I leadered here. So I expect my opponent to just kill the boar here with a bomb. Yep, that's fine. Okay, I mean, it's annoying that this Madoc landed on the range through. I have to say. Alright, I'm just gonna play the Matron, I guess. Protect the Sentry a bit more. My opponent takes the time to set up a Madoc, but doesn't deal with my engines. Which is good for me. Alright, so I think I'm gonna play the Cat Witcher here. It's not easy for my opponent to kill an engine if he doesn't have a red haze. He would have to high roll the Cataclysm pinks, I guess, and the Sapper pinks. I mean, it's very likely he kills one engine here. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, but the Madoc's jumping in the wrong row for him is good for us. This match is gonna be really rough. Maybe we do this. It doesn't really make sense to play the other card Witcher and play into this into these Madocs. Guess my opponent's gonna kill the Matron here. And this is just such a rough matchup. Not sure what I can do here. Yeah, the Matron is dying. Yeah, since both of these Madocs spawned here again, I think I'm gonna play the frogs. And then... do I move this? It's gonna get toll punished if I move this. And if I don't move it, it just dies to a bomb. I'm gonna move it. Alright. And with the double supper on the board, very likely that some of these toads will die, but I don't have many synergies for them, except this Cat Witcher Mentor in my hand anyway, so... the opponent is deciding on something, let's see. A War Council into a Moondust. Okay. My opponent is getting pretty unlucky with these Cataclysm spawns, I have to say. Alright, I'm gonna just take my time here to play the card Witcher Mentor before these toads die. I mean, at this point I don't think I leader again. This card Witcher would just get toll punished if I leader again, so... I don't think it makes too much sense. We also want to save leaders to maybe protect other engines in the future. I mean, I think my win con is to somehow win on even here, which I'm not sure how I can achieve. Okay, Illusionist into the... Sentry? Okay. My opponent's doing this, moving the Madoc. Sure. Okay, so this Sentry is gonna die. With the card Witcher ping. I don't know, do I just play the other card Witcher, I guess? I mean, it doesn't really do anything. But I want to hold the Siri in case my opponent has like a toll punish. Whatever, let's just do this. I mean, by the way, my opponent is playing, to me it seems like he ran out of bombs to play, maybe? Not sure though. We are also ahead as long as they don't hit the armor twice. I think I will take my odds and pass if my opponent passes here. Yeah, the heat wave, I was kind of waiting for that. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna play the Siri here. Then we take it with the Brehen. Yeah. Like, I could have maybe gotten ahead with the Brehen, but I think I prefer this, to just win the round and push. And keep my leaders. So I would have to leader the Madoc, which is a pretty bad leader. I'm gonna move this Nekker, probably the Gaetan. Yeah. And I guess I'm just passing, but like... I want to push, but we're gonna have bricked Megascopes is the problem. Pushing into Madocs, I guess, is not good. Yeah, my opponent just gets ahead with a bomb. And this Phoenix, yeah, so much carryover. Alright. I think I'm probably gonna have to maybe YOLO my Nekker and just try to just hope I'm gonna get a bronze for my Megascope. Because I don't think I can win otherwise. Like, if I just play a bronze here, it's just gonna die. I think every time. I mean, we can try, I guess. Let's try first. But I think this bronze I play here, if I buff it with leader, it just dies. But let's try regardless. I mean... Maybe it survives, but I think my opponent just stall punishes this bronze. And if he uses Vilgeforce, that's fine, then he pulls another bronze. But I expect like an invocation here, not gonna lie. Okay. I mean, now we Nekker then. Okay, we didn't even get the Megascope anyway, but this is fine. Get another sentry. The Cat Witcher. That's a lot of engines at once. I think I just fold. These engines are all gonna be buffed quite a bit here, so don't see a reason to protect them too much. Maybe it's winnable. This worked out pretty well. Got a lot of engines running. Okay, let's play Milva then. I know I hit this Madoc, but I don't think I really want to leader the Madoc here. I don't think it really makes sense. I was considering playing Milva front row, but then it just plays into this Madoc. It would be better for the Gaetan, I suppose, but I think it's fine. We just probably Malena next. I just wanted to establish the Milva faster. Alright, that's fine. And my opponent will try to protect the Card Witcher from dying to my Card Witcher, which does make sense. We're gonna move this like that. Protect it from the Madoc. I mean, I think we're winning, which is crazy, because this matchup should be really bad. But I think, yeah, we just Like this is what I said in the deck description before. Like if you can Golden Nekker into 3 engines at the same time, it's just really tough for the opponent to deal with them. And then you can kind of just snowball. Let's play Mada to prolong the round, because why not? I mean, it could give my opponent a bomb, but I don't think I mind that much. I don't... I guess I still move this. Just to get the Sentry and Milva points. I think next turn I go like location on these 3 and the leader, and then we go Gaetan.
Rzeczywistość jest tym, co nie znika, gdy przestajemy w to wierzyć.
Or I guess we can... Yeah, we don't even have to leader, we can just do this. And look at these points, so many points, yeah. Okay. That's a good game to start with. Very nice win. Yeah, the Golden Nekker play can just be so strong. Yeah, we get another game here against Stockpile. Alright. We got red coin again. I would definitely prefer blue coin, because it's gonna be an engine mirror matchup. And you always prefer to have first say in those, but it's fine. We can make it work. Okay, I don't like the Card Witcher Mentor here. Like, pretty awkward. It's more like of a round 3 card usually, unless your hand is like super playable, but we don't have too many cards I want to commit this round, so yeah, I think I'm gonna mulligan it, and probably mulligan the Necromancy as well. So Frigate, I mean, that's not an engine that interacts with my engines, so that's fine. Although it is a very strong card, obviously. I'm just gonna play Treant board to maybe try to disable the Screw Pocket by killing the Siege Master. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do, unless my opponent TAs it. No, he TAs the Frigate. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. And then let's play the Cat Witcher, I think. The Polish voice lines for the movement deck are so funny, especially the Cat Witcher. Alright. Vas. Alright, did not expect a Vas. Interesting. I think I'm just gonna play my Malena. Get this synergy going. Okay, so my opponent reactivated the Crew Pocket, sure. I mean, my hand is pretty bad. We don't have many engines, but I also don't really want to pass into a long run 2 where I don't have first say. And my opponent plays Siege, and it's hard to develop a board presence. I'm gonna stay in the round for now, see what happens, I guess. But this is not looking great, I have to say. Pretty awkward hand, we just don't have the engines. We mostly have like cards that we want later into the game. Oh well. Let's play the Matron then. Let's first move this. I guess it doesn't matter, the ordering, actually. Okay, let's kill the Caro Ballista here. Yeah, probably play Megascope next, as this is my only Megascope target. So, kind of need to play it before the Matron dies. Yay! Into this ballista. That's a strong card. Do I ever Brahen this card? I mean, I kind of want to keep the Brahen for later, though, I'm not gonna lie. I think I just do this. It's pretty slow, but... I think we will be fine if my opponent passes. I think the Brahen is gonna potentially get us there. Yeah, I don't think my opponent will pass, I'm gonna be honest. I was thinking about using Brahen on this ballista. We can set it up with Malena, but yeah, I don't know. I just feel like we might get more important Brahens. Okay, that's an interesting card. Bloody Flail. I'm good value here, but it's very situational. I did not see this card in a long time. Okay, so my opponent is just using this for carryover. We really don't have much reach here, do we? Like, we have a 15-point Brahan. This is coming out for 4, and then these matrons basically boost for 6, so that's 10, 23, 31. I have to go like double leader. But I mean, I think I kind of have to try to win this round, so... Or at least develop the Siri carryover so I don't get bled so hard. Alright. Let's play Brahen here. No, I only have to leader once. I calculated something wrong. Not sure what, but... we take those. Alright. I mean, we got rand control. Honestly, cheaper than I expected. So that's pretty good. And I'm definitely pushing here. I kinda like this hand. I wish my Nekker was in hand so I could play it faster, but I don't really want to mulligan any of these cards to look for. Let's just play a Sentry first. The question is, if my opponent plays Siege, do I even pass? Okay, he's not gonna play Siege, so that doesn't really matter. Okay, I think I just go for this. And then we're going Mata, I think. Then we're going Mata, and then we're probably playing the Nekker. Unless my opponent plays Siege, then I might pass. Bolt is Pride without crew. Interesting place here, I have to say. Do I leader this? I don't think so. I mean, what does this actually die to now? It doesn't die to a winch. Yeah. I guess he could maybe leader a bunch. Yeah, he can like leader twice, but that's a lot. And it doesn't kill the sentry, so... I think I'm still playing my Nekker. I mean, I could also go for this first. Because it's really good value here. Okay, maybe let's go for this first. And then, I don't know, I might play the Nekker, I might not. I might keep it for a short run at this point. Okay. I have an idea. Let's go Nekker. Maybe I go Milva. Okay, maybe let's go Milva. And just do this. Before these toads die, which they will pretty soon. So these pinks, so... I'm still not sure if I actually want to commit the Nekker. Like, I might just play the gate on here and maybe pass. Yeah. So this should die next turn. Let's just do that. And save the Nekker for later. Yeah. Like, I don't think I can twirl. He has the troll on the board, this, just too many things. I think I'm just trading cards here, yeah. And we're going for a shot round Nekker. Like, if I had this Nekker in hand before the Mata, I think I would slam it. But my opponent, like, committed the engines, right, so... Kinda doesn't make sense when he has so many engines on the board, proccing this huge leader value as well. He got the crew pocket for the pride back, so... I don't want to trick my Nekker here. I kept the Megascope in hand so I get this from the Nekker guaranteed, so I can just insta-slam the Nekker without worrying about bricking. I guess I could have moved the Megascope, to be fair. The only units in my deck were bronzes. Yeah, maybe that was better. Not sure. This Megascope will be good anyway, so... It's just a bit slow, I guess. Like, the problem would be pulling this, right? And then I have to Megascope this. Whereas if I pull this from the Nekker and I don't have to Megascope it, then it's kind of fine. I would just go Nekker. Yeah, like I would have to Megascope this, which would be bad. Okay, just go for double card Witcher. Maybe we high roll. Nice, let's go. It's really good. Killing the Hansel here. Natalis onto an oil, sure. This. I think I just finish off with the Ciara unless my opponent plays something that I really need to lock. Okay, I'm not sure why he played Rosh in the back row. I guess I want to lock this elephant. Huh? Yeah. Alright, let's lock the elephant. Just too many points. I don't think leadering this is ever worth. Okay, a bit lucky here, I guess, that this didn't die. let's do this. Then I try to snipe this. But I want to move something to this row. Probably I just don't care. I guess moving this was bad. Maybe should have tried to snipe it. Okay, but we win here. This is enough. Yeah, again, like a matchup which I don't think is good for us. At least shouldn't be. But yeah, we take the win. Again, Nekker just carrying, like putting 3 engines at the same time. Just such a strong play. Okay, so for our last game here, we match into Gift, again from Red Coin. Okay, Gift doesn't have too much removal, but they can stay in round 1 for a very long time, so I definitely would have preferred Blue Coin again, but it's fine. Don't have too many, like we don't have Gaetan and other cards like that, so I'm just gonna move this. And this is good, this package. Maybe I just keep the hand. I think I just keep the hand. I mean, I'm gonna assume that we're not gonna miss Decree, Mata, and Nekker later. But I'm gonna draw one of these cards and have access to my Nekker. Surely, right? You would think so. I'm just gonna move this, I think. I know it doesn't disable the carryover aspect. But this could set up like a rebuke kill, even if I protect my sentry here. It's actually like a bit annoying to deal with. Disorder. I think then I play my sentry and protect it with the leader. Because I really cannot afford for this to get rebuked. Maybe my opponent will just finish off the Malena here with another circle or a rebuke. And that's fine, I think. Yeah, that's fine. Let's play the Matron because it's a weaker engine. I mean, I guess this brigade is not that strong here, but I think it's fine still. Alright, my opponent can use this with the Pond Keeper, yeah. It's a smart play, but it's also pretty slow, right? So I don't like using another leader to play around Rebuke on the Cat Witcher here. My opponent could kill the Matron anyway, so it's kind of pointless in my opinion. Just gonna play another Cat Witcher. I don't really care too much about locking it. Caress is a thing anyway. And I would rather just develop my engines faster here. I mean, I guess I could lock it now. But do I even want to, right? I kind of want to maybe call into the Sentry here, I think. Or Milva. I have a bunch of movement engines on the board. I could also save the call for later. But there's kind of no point to save it for later, in my opinion. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for the Sentry. We have like 3 movement engines on the board running, and we want to try to win the round. Like I said before, this deck really doesn't want to get bled usually, especially by a deck like a Gift that can put out points really fast in round 2 and also has a short round, a very good short round 3. Alright. I think I'm locking the Fraxinet now, maybe? And I guess it's on like high cooldown. At this point, it's kinda just not worth to lock it. Probably just kill this instead. Just gonna keep the lock for later. I mean, I assume my opponent has an access to Caress somewhere anyway. Another thing worth noting is, in a situation like this, you want to try to have card Witchers on 2 different rows, so that the Matron always buffs the card Witcher that is in the front row, so that you don't lose a Matron proc if you pass. That's like one small thing I would advise. Because if both of these card Witchers would be on the same row, then on some turns you would miss the Matron proc if you passed, right? And the passive value on the pass is really strong. Sometimes it means you can win on even. So yeah, it's very important. Okay. Opponent draws a Whisperer. At least I don't really have too much space for it, so that's fine, kinda. I'm just gonna lock this Scribe, I think. So, how many points do I get? Assuming I don't hit the frogs, let's say. I mean, this is 3 for every move, so that's 12. This is 2 for every move, so that's 16. I think that's... The leader is good here. We just get ahead then. Okay, I don't mind. I think we could stay ahead if he plays a card anyway, because of these movement engines just playing for so many points here. So yeah, let's do that. Okay, my opponent takes the pass, so yeah, it works out, because now I win on even. Alright, I mean, do I even play the series? I mean, probably. Do I? Honestly, I'm not sure I do. Because I'm gonna assume my opponent will easily get ahead. But I guess it forces, like, a card. I mean, my opponent cannot just take it with, like, any garbage card. Like, what if I randomly trade it for an Okwen, right? Like, honestly, might as well. I mean, it does shorten round 3 and we maybe lose double the say, but we're gonna get this carryover. I mean, my opponent is a Devotion deck. And if I force the Okwen, that's amazing. Yeah. Okay, that's great. Like, sure, we lost double last say, but I wouldn't be able to kill this Okwen very easily, so... And that's like the main threat from his side. Now we just passed, there's no point to self-bleed here anymore. Alright. So what am I even looking for? Honestly, this hand is pretty good. And I could pull more a card Witcher to try to pull it from the Nekker. I don't mind what we have now, honestly. I think I just keep this. So one thing to note is we have to establish an engine, a bronze engine, before going for the Nekker here. Okay, my opponent, I'm not sure what was the plan here, but pretty sure I was winning this game anyway. With so many engines, the carryover from Sirinova. Yeah. Alright, well, that will be it for the video. I mean, yeah, this deck is really fun. I wouldn't say it's the strongest deck. It definitely should struggle to Skellige. Like, I think if you match Skellige with this deck, you should try to play similarly as I played in that Nilfgaard game. where you just push hard round 1, try to like protect your engines with some leaders, and yeah, try to win the round. And then go for a longer round 3 and just try to establish 3 engines at the same time with your Nekker. And yeah, I hope some of them stick, I guess, but it's definitely not a good matchup. But yeah, I really like the Brigade buff. It's a really cool card to add to this deck with Malena, with your leader, with location, a lot of synergies. And yeah, that will be it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.